And that's the opening bell, round one. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Nice hook. Which fighter will say no mas? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Well done with that counter shot. And he scores with the counter. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, he is in big... There's the bell for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
No rest for the weary. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. The perfect counter lands. Left hook misses. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. The bell rings and we start the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
You fight the Swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Do you believe this? There's a counter shot. Can they figure out? Whoa, wait a minute. Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
They both want a knockout, you can tell. These two fighters are made for one another. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
There's the bell to start round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Talk about punches in bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. A fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Jab slightly off target. The jab can't find a home. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Garcia in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fighters like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Both men step back for just a moment. This is with the right uppercut. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Only catching air with that hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to...
This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? This fight has a real good flow to it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go. You know that.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. That right jab just misses. He's willing to go where the other fighter won't. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Here we go. It's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Stamina is off the charts. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. Just misses with that uppercut. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges can...
And we enter the 8th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with the hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a And there's the bell for round 9. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice counter. Stamina is off the charts. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. How about that time counter shot? Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight. You have no excuse.
This is the 10th. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you take hard, play cool.
Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? And down goes Pacquiao. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down.
And there's the bell for round 11. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Manny goes down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey.